Hey, what's up? I'm Eli.
Bill.
DB Cooper.
And I'm Grant. If you're like me, you like a good steak. Who doesn't like a good steak, right? But if you're like me, again, you probably don't like to pay a lot of money for it. Well, I'm gonna give you a solution right now. You can cook it at home yourself. Now, there's 3 important parts to grilling a good steak: preparation, seasoning, and grilling. I'm gonna show you how to do all 3 of those. In order to prepare a steak, first you need to have a steak. So go to your grocery store, look around. There's going to be a lot of options. Don't get overwhelmed, because I'm going to tell you what to look for. What you really need to look for is the marbling in the meat. When people say marbling, really they mean it looks like marble. There's a lot of swirls of fat mixed in with the meat, and that fat is going to melt down and become tasty, delicious flavor. So once you got a good steak picked out, go ahead and take it home. Let it sit out on the counter. I know it sounds weird, but you want to let it get up to room temperature. So let it sit there for about 10 to 20 minutes. And if you're one of those people that's worried about your food going bad, don't worry about it. The FDA says it's safe to let a steak sit out for up to an hour. So now that you got your steak at room temperature, take it out of the package and take some paper towels and pat dry both sides. Again, it sounds kind of weird, but if both sides of your steak are dry, the outside will sear faster and you won't overcook your steak. Now, once you've got your steak at room temperature and pat dried, we can move on to the seasoning. Too many people like to over-season their steaks with things like garlic, onion powder, steak rubs. It's not necessary. A good steak tastes well on its own. So I'm going to recommend that you use salt and pepper, nothing else. Before you grill, rub it down with salt generously on both sides. Save the pepper for later, because if you put pepper or any other seasoning on the steak, it's going to burn over the flame and give the steak a charred flavor. Now that we've got prep and seasoning taken care of, we can move on to grilling. Probably the most important part. A lot of people will just get a fire going and stick their steak on top of it. They'll end up with a burnt steak and they won't be happy, which is why most people don't grill their own steaks. In order to get a good sear on your steak without overcooking it, you're going to cook over indirect heat, like you can see right here. One side of the grill is hot, the other side's cold. If you've got a gas grill, what you want to do is turn on half the burners and leave the other half off. If you've got a charcoal grill, get your coals burning and move them over to one side. Now you're going to cook each steak on the hot side of the grill over the direct heat for 2 to 4 minutes per side, depending on how well done you like your steak. Once you've got that done, you can move them over to the other side and cook them until they're finished. You have to cook them to at least 125 degrees, no more than 140 degrees, which brings me to my next point. If you like well done steak, you don't like steak. Don't spend money on steak if you're going to eat it well done, because you're not going to enjoy it. It's not going to be good. It's going to be flavorless, tough, waste of money. You might even throw it in the trash. So, I've talked to you about prepping a steak, seasoning a steak, and grilling a steak. So, maybe next time you want a good steak dinner and you don't want to pay a lot for it, you can cook it yourself.